Hey, YA, here we are, John chapter 9. Jesus heals a man who is born blind. Now, this miracle isn't about just physical sight. It becomes this powerful illustration of spiritual blindness and spiritual sight. So this disciples begin by asking, who sinned, this man or his parents, that he was born blind? And Jesus, he shifts their thinking. What he does is he explains that this man's condition isn't about assigning blame. It's an opportunity for God's work to be revealed. Then Jesus heals him in this very personal way, restoring his sight. Now, what follows is just as important as the miracle itself. We have these Pharisees, of course, investigating the healing, but instead of celebrating it, they resist it. They question this man, they doubt his story, and ultimately reject both him and Jesus. Meanwhile, the man who was healed, he's growing in understanding. At first, he's calling him, he says simply this man called Jesus, and then he turns into a prophet, and then eventually he recognizes Jesus as the Son of Man and worships him. And all of this brings us now to verse 39, where Jesus says, "I entered this world to render judgment, to give sight to the blind, and to show those who think they see that they are blind." So the statement reveals really a deeper meaning of the entire chapter. Jesus is not only concerned with physical blindness, he's addressing spiritual blindness. The blind are those who recognize their need, those who have lack, that have a dependence on God. They're open to receiving truth. The seeing, on the other hand, those are the ones who believe that they already understand, who are confident in their own righteousness and knowledge, like the Pharisees. So in other words, humility leads to sight, while pride leads to blindness. Now, this statement is rooted in the Old Testament. For example, we have Isaiah chapter 42, verses 6 and 7, where God promises that his servant will open the eyes of the blind and lead prisoners from darkness. Now, this points forward to the Messiah's mission, not just to heal physically, but to bring spiritual light. Similarly, Isaiah 6, 9 through 10 speaks of people who see but do not perceive, and hear but do not understand. This describes a hardened heart, people exposed to truth but unwilling to accept it. So Jesus is echoing that same idea here in John chapter 9. Those who reject him will become more deeply blind. So the challenge for us is simple, but it's really pretty profound. Are we like the healed man, willing to grow, to question, and ultimately trust Jesus? Or are we like the Pharisees? Are we confident in ourselves, but closed to the truth? So Jesus' mission is to bring light, but whether that light leads to sight or exposes blindness depends on how we respond to him. Hopefully this is an encouragement. I love you guys. Happy Wednesday. Bye-bye.